Hello and welcome to the World Reflexology Foundation. We are a group of reflexologists who have a passion for helping people have better health. And in fact, we have a belief that if people around the world had reflexology to use on themselves, that the world could be a healthier place. Our mission is to improve health worldwide through self-help reflexology. What's reflexology? Reflexology is a way of helping ourselves to stay in good health. It's called prevention. And if we do have aches and pains and different discomforts, then it's a way of sometimes helping us feel better. How is it done? Well, reflexology is done by using our touch in nurturing ways on maps of the body that are believed to exist on the feet, on the hands, and on the outer ears. And let's take a look at some charts that'll show you what reflexology is visually. So now let's take a look at the World Reflexology Foundation color coordinated chart. If you notice on the left, there's the human body, the lady, but it would be the same for the man. And the colors from the top to the bottom, from the top of her head to her feet. Well, we're going to take a look at those in a minute, but notice on the feet and hands, that they're also the same colors, going from the top down to the heel of the feet and the wrist of the hands. So let's take a look. Notice the purple color of her head and neck. But that color is color coded. If you go to the toes, you notice it's the same purple color as it is in the fingers. That's indicating if you have problems, stress in your head and neck, that you would go to the fingers and toes to help get relief. If you come to the body again and notice the blue, that's for the chest area. And that means chest in front, heart and lungs inside, everything inside the chest, and then the shoulders and back, because when the shoulders are actually the top and back of the chest. And we go to the same color, the blue, on the feet and on the hands. And now if we go back to the human body, we look at the yellow and the orange. The yellow is upper abdomen, the orange is lower abdomen. And that's where you'd work on the feet, the yellow for upper abdomen, and the heels for lower abdominal pelvic area. And on the hands, similarly, the yellow for upper abdomen, the heel of the hands, the orange for lower abdominal pelvic area issues. So that's for the feet, hands, and ears as far as from the top down. Now let's take a look at the legs. Notice they're red, and you go to the small red spots on the feet and on the hands. Notice the cursor that's showing you. And then go to the arms. Notice the green representing the arms. And notice the cursor is going to show us on the outer edge of the feet, below the small toe to the heel, and also the outer edge of the hands from the small finger down to the wrist. And then down the middle of the human body, notice that there's something that looks like a ladder. And that's representing the spinal reflex area from the neck all the way down to the lower pelvis area. And if we go to the feet, notice where the feet come together below the big toe down to the heel. That's for the spinal reflexes on the feet. And on the hands, similarly, we're below the thumb down towards the wrist for spinal issues. Then let's go to the ears and think when we were children, and we used to try to do headstands on the ears, headstands. And notice the purple is on the bottom instead of the top. That's because the image of the human body and the outer ear is upside down. So for head and neck issues, the purple, we'd work with the earlobe area. The blue is for the chest reflex area. The yellow and orange are for the upper and lower abdominal areas. The red is for the legs, leg reflexes. The green for arm reflexes. Shoulder all the way up to the finger top where the cursor is now. That would be for the fingertips. And then notice the spinal reflexes, that curved area. So these are the maps that we use for the feet, hands, and outer ears, showing you what the concept of reflexology and the reflexology pressure maps.
So you always have your hands with you. I'm going to show you for purposes of teaching up like this in this mode, but you can work with them on your lap so you're not struggling. And we're going to work both hands, not at the same time. And those of you that don't know reflexology, we are going to reflex, and then we're going to, like, it's sometimes called inchworming. So I don't know if you can see, like this, and then like this. They're just little small bites. We don't go far. We don't go fast. Like Bill said, slow. Start down here at the hand on your pinky side, so where your little pinky is on this long bone here. And I start at the bottom just for demonstration. You can start at the top, whichever works for you. So if my hands are down here, yeah, like my wrist, if you feel something in there, you can stop, you can push, you can say, oh, that's a good hurt. That hurts so good. I might stay there a little bit. I might do some circles in there because I can feel on the bone there that it's a little tender. Or you may feel crunchies or anything abnormal that or doesn't feel like the other tissue you've been working on. And these are the reflexes. So I'm going up from my finger reflexes, up my forearm reflex to about the middle to the elbow. Well, we all know there's people with tendonitis, tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, repetitive issues. You can stay there, circle a little bit if you want, go up and down a little bit, hold and press. You can do it till the pain decreases and it feels better. Oh, that hurts so good is always a good indication, because when you feel that hurts so good, you tend to go into parasympathetic, which is repairing. Then you go back up here, you go up to the little pinky up there, and you're going towards the shoulder reflex. Then you could come back down. And I like to do along here, along this bone, but I also like to go up on the palm side, but close to the bone, close to the little finger. So I don't go way over here on the palm side, but I'm really close to where I just went up. And then I also like to do this. So I like to get all three sides, the middle, on top of my hand. I can use my fingers. I get in the palmar side, but it's really close to that little pinky bone there. So you stop, and I got to do my other hand. So you work both sides just to make yourself balanced. You don't want to feel unbalanced. And we're showing it pretty fast, but you can work these areas 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want, till you get the relief you are looking for. It feels so much better now. Thank you for paying attention to me.
Great, thank you. And if you could take the picture off so I can see, oh, that's okay. I can see myself pretty well here. Okay, that's better. Hi, everybody. So the feet are very similar points to the hands. The ear is different, but the foot is very similar. And Jan went through it really well. So I'm just going to sort of reiterate what she said. So we start the shoulders up here. And as we go down, by the way, I encourage you to try these points as we're going. If you can reach your foot, you can put your foot on your knee if it doesn't bother you, if you don't have any issues. And try it yourself. So we're going to go down. We're on the outside of the foot again. And we're going to I'm going to use the finger, because you can do a thumb roll, but you can also do you can work your finger. And you can go down on your finger if that's something that's easier for you. And so right about halfway down again, same as on the hand, there's an elbow reflex point. And again, if you find any little tender areas or anything, you can just stop and you can just hold for a little while. And you want to go really slowly, like was mentioned. and take your time on these any little tender areas. So you can just stop and hold it, or you can do like little circles like this, or with your thumb. If the thumb is better for you, you do the thumb. And you can also go upwards or downwards, and you also can go across the fibers crossways as well. And like Jan mentioned, you want to go right on the edge here. You also want to go slightly in here, and on the top, just slightly on the top area as well, so that you're covering the whole area. So we were stopped at the elbow here, so you want to keep going down. You're going past where the hands are, and the hands, and finishing in all the fingers and the hands down here. Okay, so that basically is the foot, very similar to the hands. And I think that pretty much covers it for now. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mita. Excellent. We appreciate that. And now we'll go to Sarah, who comes to us. Actually, Sarah lives in Australia and in California. She divides her time, and she'll describe to us how to work with the ears. And again, please practice this as she shows us.
Stephanie, are you going to show a slide? Oh, fantastic. So Stephanie's going to show a slide about the ear, and I am going to show you my ear. And for some reason, I can't see myself, so I'm going to pray that everybody can see me. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. So here's the ear. Now, how the ear is going to differ just slightly from the hands and the feet is that it's the upside down. So the reflex points of the arm are going to start, the shoulder is going to start low, and the arm is going to work its way to the top, and that's going to be in this long valley. So obviously this is not my real ear. This is the a big gigantic fake ear, but easier to just demonstrate on. So the shoulder point is about that spot. So when we're working the ear, what we want to do is we want to take our index finger and our thumb, and we want it to tip to tip, and we want to just gently, if you want to try this on yourself, just gently move up this long valley, very slowly, very gently, tip to tip, and see where we might feel tender. Once we feel a tender spot, we'd like to stop on that spot and maybe just give it a little hold or a little circle. Take a few breaths, close your eyes, and let the reflex area relax. Then continue on till you get to the top where your fingertips are. So you'll see here, approximately where this top yellow dot is about where your fingertips are. So I'm going to show this to you on your own ear, and I'm going to make a couple suggestions while you're working on the ear. So on my ear, I'll start just above the shoulder line on the outside, and I'm going to tip to tip, gently move up my ear, gently feeling along that cartilage. And I might feel a little tender right here, and right here is approximately going to be about the elbow. So I'm going to hold a little bit, and then I might move a little bit higher up to the fingers where I get a little bit of arthritis. Now I'm going to hold the fingers, which is at the top, but because I'm feeling a bit of strain, I might rest my elbow on a table. I won't do that for practical reasons now, so I don't lose you, but that's a good way to do it. To either do it together, maybe both your fingers are going to go along that long valley, and you're going to just tip to tip, feel your way up, finding a tender spot again, elbow. Maybe I'm resting my elbows down to work both sides. So that's basically what you want to do for the reflex points of the ear. Again, the shoulder line is approximately here, and then you want to just work your way up to the elbow, forearm, wrist, and then the fingers. Working the greater area ensures that you get all the areas of the arm, and you'd like to relax while you're doing this. The ears are a nice place to hold, close your eyes, breathe, and take a little bit of time for yourself. So again, one more time, just to reiterate, this outside valley, long valley, up until about the apex of the ear. Fingertips down to the wrist reflex, down the forearm reflex, elbow reflex, and there to about the shoulder. Thank you so much.
It was good to see a lot of you working on yourself, following along, not only watching, but also working on yourself. That's the idea. And by the way, in this video, we had to go very quickly to cover a lot of information. What we encourage you to do is to, like I'm going to do with my voice now, is slow down. Spend a lot of time working on those reflexes as frequently as you reasonably can as well. Now, after you do reflexology, it's often suggested to drink extra fluids to help keep yourself hydrated. And coming back to the reflexes for a moment, remember the top priority is the one that you want to work on most. If you don't have time to do all three, be sure to do the first one if you can physically. We'd love for you to share this information, help us spread the information around. We are a 501c3 nonprofit and also non-vocational. So it's self-help work that we teach here. And one of the things that we could ask your help for, we already mentioned one, which is to share this with friends and neighbors, family members. But also, we would appreciate your donations. Why? Because although we all at the World Reflexology Foundation, we're all volunteers, it costs us money to get some of the projects done that we're working on. For example, we're translating a lot of the articles that are on the website. If you go to the website, worldreflexologyfoundation.org, you notice that there are a lot of articles there, and also they're being translated into other languages from around the world, a long-term project, and also the videos. And eventually we'll get to having all the videos with voiceovers from around the world as well. So all of these projects are ambitious. They do take quite a bit of money. So if you have the situation where you could donate, we would appreciate your helping us, but just be as generous as you can. But most importantly, it's not to help us with the projects as much as to help us get the projects out to the world, to help the world be, as we said at the beginning, to help the world be a healthier place through self-help reflexology. So bless you. Thank you so very much for being with us. And until the next time, we wish you very vibrant, good health.